I'm Nan Montgomery. I am the Extension Agent for Family and Consumer Sciences here in Allen County, and today we are actually in the Allen County Cooperative Extension Service Test Kitchen. And so today, NCTC Recipe of the Month is going to be called Down Home Honey Cornbread Muffins. And so today we are going to talk about honey, and that's going to be one of our main ingredients is honey. So without further ado, let's go over what you need for this recipe. So first off, you are going to need 1 cup cornmeal, 1 cup all-purpose flour, half a cup of sugar. You will need 2 eggs. You will need 1 cup low-fat milk. You will need 1/4 a cup of honey. You will also need half a teaspoon of salt, and you are going to need 2 tablespoons of baking powder in order to make this recipe. You're also going to need some butter. You need 4 tablespoons of melted butter. So first off, we are going to mix our dry ingredients for this recipe. So we are going to take our 1 cup of cornmeal and put it in our bowl, our 1 cup of all-purpose flour, our half a cup of sugar, our baking powder, and then our salt. And I like to mix up my ingredients just to make sure that they get incorporated well for this. So I have all my dry ingredients, and now I'm going to move my dry ingredients over here. And next, I'm going to take my wet ingredients. So this is 2 eggs. This is our 4 tablespoons of melted butter. This is our 1/4 a cup of honey. And a little tip to make your honey, or anytime you're working with something that doesn't necessarily want to come out of the measuring cup very easily, is to spray it with some type of like a canola oil and olive oil, and that will help it slide out, as you can see. And then lastly, I'm going to put my 1 cup of low-fat milk in here, and I'm going to whisk it together in this bowl. And then once I get done whisking this in this bowl, then we will add our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. This is going to be really delicious, and this is sweet. So there's certain type of cornbreads on the market that I feel like some are more savory and others are more sweet. And so this cornbread recipe is going to be more on the sweet side. So it's not necessarily a traditional Kentucky cornbread because it has that really sweet flavor like some cornbread that's on the market. This would be a cornbread that I probably wouldn't eat with my beans just because of the sweet side of it. I kind of like a more savory cornbread that's not as sweet when I make my beans at home. So I've got this mixed up well, and so next I'm going to make a little bit of hole into my dry ingredients. I feel like that helps incorporate the two better. Pour this in here. And we're going to give this a good mix. I have also put my oven on 400 degrees. These are going to need to cook at 400 degrees for 12 minutes. So it's a very fast cooking honey cornmeal muffin. So make sure that you get all these ingredients incorporated well and get all the lumps out of here. One thing that I love about honey is its sweetness. Honey is actually more sweeter than sugar. So if you use honey in a recipe for baking, you want to make sure that first off you pick a recipe that's already has the honey measurements in it, because you're going to need less honey than sugar because it is sweeter. Honey also has a lot of great properties that are healthy for you. So it is said that it could help with anti-inflammatory issues that you might be having. It also has some vitamins and minerals, whereas when you use sugar, you get no vitamins and minerals from using sugar. So honey can be a better substitute for that. Also, 1 tablespoon of honey has 49 carbohydrates. in it. It's slightly higher than sugar as far as the carbohydrates, but it actually gives you some vitamins and minerals, whereas table sugar, you get actual no nutritional value. Now we are going to take our muffin tin, and I'm going to spray these so that they don't stick. And then we are going to spoon out our recipe. In here. I'm going to fill all of these up about halfway. And then these will bake for 12 minutes at 400 degrees. Another fun fact about honey is that honey is most often used in its liquid form, but you can find different variations of honey. So you can find honey that includes the honeycomb mixture. There's also, it depends on the different processes that your honey has been made, depending on what form that you can get. If you ever have any questions about where to buy honey in your county, you can always contact your local extension office. Many extension offices have a list of beekeepers or individuals that sell honey, which is a great resource so that you can get fresh honey. There's nothing like being able to eat some fresh honey from a beekeeper, at least in my opinion. So after I get all of these filled up, we are going to bake these. Now that I have my muffin tray filled, we're going to put this in the oven and let it bake for 12 minutes on 400 degrees. Welcome back. I have pulled out the muffins from the oven and they smell so yummy. I can't wait to try one. If you would like this recipe, you can contact your local extension office, or you can contact Barry Hyatt at NCTC. And if you have any questions about honey or any other recipes, feel free to always contact your local extension office, whether you are viewing in Kentucky or Tennessee. Thanks, and I'll see you next month.